गुड आफ्टरनून सर।
Now today's topic is what are the quality of milk in relation to cheese making. जो हम लोग चीज बनाएंगे उसके लिए जो फर्स्ट प्राइमरी स्टेप्स है कि मिल्क का क्वालिटी क्या होना चाहिए. सो टुडेज टॉपिक इज रिलेटेड टू दिस. सो टुडेज टॉपिक इज क्वालिटी ऑफ मिल्क इन रिलेशन टू चीज मेकिंग. चीज बनाने के लिए हमें क्वालिटी ऑफ मिल्क पे ध्यान देना जरूरी है. क्वालिटी ऑफ मिल्क क्या है ये पता है. जो हम सेंसरी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स देखते हैं, केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज देखते हैं, माइक्रोबायोलॉजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मिल्क देखते हैं, वो क्या होना चाहिए. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेक्शन ऑफ द मिल्क. फर्स्ट इज द सिलेक्शन एंड कंपोजिशन ऑफ मिल्क. मिल्क का हम सिलेक्शन कैसे करेंगे और उसका केमिकल एंड माइक्रोबायोलॉजिकल कंपोजिशन क्या होना चाहिए. So first of all, the introduction of the selection and composition of the milk. We know that the cheese making commences with the selection of milk. जो चीज हम लोग बनाते हैं, it is totally depends upon the our selection of the milk. मिल्क की क्वालिटी, what are the quality of the milk? मिल्क की क्वालिटी क्या होना चाहिए. अगर बेटर क्वालिटी होगा तो चीज की क्वालिटी बेटर होगा, मॉइस्चर लॉस कम होगा, यील्ड बेटर होगा, कीपिंग क्वालिटी ज़्यादा होगा. अगर हम कोलेस्ट्रम यूज करेंगे, नेट लैक्टेशन मिल्क यूज करेंगे या हाई एसिडिटी मिल्क यूज करेंगे तो दीज आर क्रिएट ए प्रॉब्लम फॉर द मेकिंग द चीज. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल the cheese making, it is the for the cheese making the selection of milk is essential for that purpose. So the quality of raw milk used for cheese making has an important bearing on the quality of cheese resulting from it. So the quality of milk is milk used for cheese making? It is important part. Milk quality influence. अब मिल्क क्वालिटी क्या इफेक्ट करता है? इट इन्फ्लुएंस द स्टार्टर ग्रोथ. जो हम लोग स्टार्टर रैपनिंग करते हैं, रैपनिंग होता है, उसको इन्फ्लुएंस करेगा. रेनेट कोगुलेशन, जो रेनेटिंग करते हैं, रेनेट कोगुलेशन टाइम, आरसीटी जिसको बोलते हैं, रेनेट कोगुलेशन टाइम को डिस्टर्ब करेगा. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मेथड इन्फ्लुएंस होगा. डेवलपमेंट ऑफ टेंट्स एंड अदर डिफेक्ट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ द बॉडी एंड टेक्सचर ऑफ द चीज. इससे क्या होगा? अगर क्वालिटी ऑफ मिल्क, ये डिफेक्ट, ये also these are also influenced with the defect in body and texture of the cheese. So the other changes taking place during the ripening of cheese. So the milk quality is assessed in terms of, अभी हमने डिस्कस किया, जो मिल्क की क्वालिटी हम लोग डिटरमाइन करते हैं, एसेस करते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ, 3 मोड में हम लोग मिल्क की क्वालिटी को डिटरमाइन करते हैं. सेंसरी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, माइक्रोबायोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एंड केमिकल क्वालिटी और केमिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ मिल्क. अब सेंसरी में क्या है? सेंसरी में जैसे स्मेल हो गया, अपीयरेंस हो गया, ये हम लोग चेक करते हैं. दैट इज द सेंसरी एनालिसिस ऑफ मिल्क. ये मिल्क की क्वालिटी क्या होगा. देन माइक्रोबायोलॉजिकल, माइक्रोबायोलॉजिकल में एसपीसी, कॉलिफॉर्म, एमडीआरटी, ये सारी क्वालिटी हम लोग चेक करते हैं. देन केमिकल क्वालिटी ऑफ मिल्क, केमिकल क्वालिटी जैसे फैट, मॉइस्चर, एसिडिटी, पीएच, प्रोटीन, एस, मिनरल, जो भी होता है ये हम लोग केमिकल एनालिसिस में करते हैं. सो दिस 3 पार्ट इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट रिगार्डिंग क्वालिटी ऑफ द मिल्क फॉर द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ चीज. So as soon as milk is received at the reception dock of the cheese factory, it is evaluated for its odor and appearance. जैसे ही मिल्क आता है, उसको हम लोग सबसे पहला जो प्राइमरी स्टेप्स होता है, वी कैन रिसीव इट, हमें इस मिल्क को रिसीव करना है, और रिसीव करने के बाद इमीडिएटली एज सुन एज पॉसिबल वी कैन सी और वी कैन इवेल्युएट फॉर इट्स ऑडर एंड अपीयरेंस. इसका अपीयरेंस क्या है, कलर क्या है, फ्लेवर क्या है, ये हम लोग देखते हैं. इट मस्ट नॉट पॉजेज एनी ऑब्जेक्शनेबल ऑर्डर एंड मस्ट बी फ्री फ्रॉम एक्सटेनियस मैटर. ये ऑब्जेक्शनेबल फ्लेवर नहीं होना चाहिए और इट इज फ्री फ्रॉम द एक्सटेनियस मैटर, और इसमें कोई एक्सटेनियस जो बाहरी मैटर्स होते हैं वो नहीं होना चाहिए. Once the milk has been accepted for further processing, it is assessed for the following groups of the factors. और ये प्राइमरी स्टेप्स करने के बाद, if no any objectionable means the acceptance on the basis of the parameters of the sensory. अगर हम लोग उसको एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, so we can use for the further processing. अब फर्दर प्रोसेसिंग के बाद कितने फैक्टर्स को डिपेंड्स करता है, उसको हम लोग एसेस करते हैं. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द फैक्टर्स इज क्वांटिटेटिव फैक्टर्स. इन टर्म्स ऑफ द क्वांटिटेटिव फैक्टर्स, जो क्वांटिटिव हम लोग देखते हैं या डिटरमाइन क्या कर सकते हैं, जैसे स्मेल हो गया, टेस्ट हो गया, दीज आर नॉट द क्वांटिटेटिव फैक्टर, दिस इज द क्वालिटेटिव फैक्टर. सो क्वांटिटेटिव फैक्टर जो हम लोग मेजर करते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वांटिटी. सो फर्स्ट इज द कंपोजिशन ऑफ मिल्क. कि मिल्क का कंपोजिशन क्या है, बिकॉज दिस कंपोजिशन मीन्स फैट, प्रोटीन, विटामिन, एस, these are effect or influence the quality of the cheese preparation. So the in terms of the composition of milk, the composition of milk affects mainly the yield and texture of the cheese. जो compositional analysis होगा, these are affect the yield as well as the texture of the cheese. ये दोनों पे इफेक्ट करेगा. Now the composition of milk affect the coagulum properties, thereby influencing the yield and texture. जो milk coagulating parameters है, these are also influence the milk coagulating parameters, and these coagulating properties of parameters are also influencing the yield and texture of the cheese. So the milk constituents of prime importance in cheese making are the milk protein. जो मिल्क कंस्टिट्यूएंट्स है, मिल्क कंपोजिशनल बेसिस है, जो चीज के वेराइटी को डिपेंड करता है, चीज के वेराइटी को डिपेंड करता है, जस्टिफाइड करता है. दीज आर द मिल्क प्रोटीन, मेनली द केजिन पार्ट, बिकॉज वी नो दैट आफ्टर द एक्सपल्सन, जो हम लोग वे ड्रेनेज होता है, वे में क्या होता है, वे प्रोटीन डिस्ट्रॉय होता है, ड्रेन हो जाता है, तो क्या बचेगा मिल्क में, मेनली केजिन. सो द we know that the casein are divided in two parts, that is so milk protein are divided in two parts, that is casein and whey protein. Then milk fat, minerals, mainly the calcium. So it is influence of each of these factors on cheese making are discussed again below. The milk protein, first of all the milk protein, ये जो कंपोजिशनल एनालिसिस है, इसमें जो चीज प्रिपरेशन है, उसमें मिल्क प्रोटीन का बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है. सो वी नो दैट द मिल्क प्रोटीन it can be divided into two parts. First one is the casein and second one is the whey protein. We know that casein is the major protein because it contains about 70 to 80% of the total milk protein. So the casein is the major milk protein. It exists largely in the micellar form in milk. It constitutes about 70 to 80% of the total milk protein. Now the casein micelles, we know that the casein micelles is composed of the different types of the protein. So the casein micelles are composed of alpha casein, beta casein, kappa casein, and addition in all it also composed of the some minor components. In addition to this, the genetic variants of these components are also formed. So the composition and concentration of such mixture is not constant and it is subjected to variant due to the influence of the species. अब क्या है कि मिल्क का कंपोजिशनल एनालिसिस में प्रोटीन it is also influenced by the different types of species, different types of the breed, the animal health पे भी compositional analysis vary करेगा. Now the stage of the lactation, different stage of the lactation में milk protein vary करता है. Then the climatic change, climate में भी milk protein vary करेगा. Time of the year, environmental factor पे भी milk protein vary करेगा. So the alteration in the concentration of total casein is relative proportion of its constituents and genetic variants. These are genetic variants now, and the size of the casein micelles and mineral makeup of the casein micelles, and these are affects the cheese making properties, and these cheese making properties are the clotting time, curd strength, senescence, cheese yield, proteolysis, and composition of the cheese. So these properties like clotting time also influence with the total casein and the relative genetic variants, size of the casein and minerals. It also affects the curd strength, what are the curd strength, and it also affects the senescence. Senescence is the most important factor. It refers to an expulsion of the whey, whey we can say the moisture, expulsion of the moisture after the coagulation of milk has been cut. So senescence, it is objectionable in terms of food. It occurs when a liquid such as water is expelled or extracted from a gel. It is highly undesirable. So the control of senescence is essential as it allows cheese making to control the moisture content of the cheese. moisture level. It has been many effects in cheese quality. It has synersis effect the cheese quality. Now the yield of the cheese, proteolysis. Proteolysis of cheese. We know that what are the proteolysis? जो proteolysis करने का मतलब the breakdown of the protein. जब हम लोग केमिस्ट्री ऑफ चीज फिजिको केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ चीज में आएंगे तो उसमें ये डिस्कस करेंगे कि प्रोटियोलाइसिस में क्या बनता है. सो नाउ द प्रोटियोलाइसिस प्रोसेस इन व्हिच ए प्रोटीन इज broken down partially into different types of the amino acids and the composition of the cheese. It also alters with the composition of cheese, also alters with the concentration of total solid, the relative proportion of its constituents, genetic variant, size of the casein micelles and minerals. During cheese making, the serum protein and lactose are lost in weight, so milk is high in casein is desirable. पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि जो रेनेटिंग होता है, रेनेट के बाद हम लोग जो वे ड्रेन करते हैं to make up the solid mass of the cheese. तो इस केसेस में क्या होता है, वे प्रोटीन और सेरम प्रोटीन एंड लैक्टोज दीज आर लॉस्ट इन द वे. अगर वे लॉस हो जाएगा, वे में वे प्रोटीन लॉस हो जाएगा, लैक्टोज लॉस हो जाएगा, तो मेनली चीज कंटेन्स द हाई प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ द casein. And now the milk high in the whey protein content may delay clotting time as the beta lactoglobulin these are undergoes the aggregation when subjected to heat and may be react with the kappa casein. So these are the conditions, because we know that milk contains a high proportion of the whey protein. Now apart from the longer clotting time, the interaction between the beta lactoglobulin and the casein tends to cause the softer cuts which loses moisture more slowly. Now the cheese milk containing the B variants of the beta and kappa casein, it gives the shorter clotting time and the higher cut strength as compared to the milk devoid to these variants. Now the size of the casein micelles are also affect the clotting time. If the smaller casein micelles having more kappa caseins give shorter clotting time than the larger ones. Second chemical compositional, that is the milk fat. We know that milk fat is responsible for the flavor. So the amount, composition and nature of the milk fat is influenced by the same factor we have already discussed in the part of the casein. So the alteration of milk fat composition and the amount of milk fat have direct influence on cheese making characteristics and its quality of cheese. Like means milk fat, it is also direct influence the milk characteristics and quality of the cheese. The characteristics is the rennet coagulation time, that is the RCT. rennet coagulation time को influence करेगा. कोगुलम स्ट्रेंथ, जो कोगुलेशन होता है उसके स्ट्रेंथ को influence करेगा. सेनेरेसिस अभी हमने डिस्कस किया, द एक्सपल्शन ऑफ द वे, इसको influence करेगा. यील्ड कितना होगा, यील्ड बेटर यील्ड के लिए मिल्क फैट बेटर होना जरूरी है. Now it is also responsible for the flavor and texture of the cheese and cheese composition. So the increase in the fat content of milk, it reduce the senescence. Means अगर milk fat ज़्यादा होता है, it means it reduce the senescence, because senescence is objectionable for the preparation of cheese. So the increase in the fat content in milk gives the reduced senescence, and the longer times are required to achieve the desired moisture content in cheese. सो टू द लो फैट, अब अगर लो फैट मिल्क हम लोग यूज करेंगे तो इससे क्या प्रॉब्लम होगा? Too low fat in milk is also not desirable as it poses problem of moisture retention and results in the hard and dry body चीज। अगर हम लोग लो फैट, हाई लो फैट, ज़्यादा लो फैट मिल्क यूज करते हैं तो उस केस में दिस इज नॉट डेजरेबल, मीन्स ये अच्छा नहीं है, बेटर नहीं है, बेटर क्वालिटी नहीं होगा। और इसमें क्या होगा कि देयर आर द प्रॉब्लम फॉर द मॉइस्चर रिटेंशन होगा एंड इसका रिजल्ट क्या होगा? इट रिजल्ट्स द हार्ड एंड ड्राई बॉडी चीज। नाउ द टेक्सचर ऑफ चीज इज आल्सो इन्फ्लुएंस even we use the too low fat milk. Low fat milk gives the cheese with the little leathery texture and it lacks the mellow velvetics, while high fat milk produces the soft buttery and greasy texture. It means in comparison between the low fat milk and high fat milk, low fat milk have the objectionable for the preparation of the cheese. So we generally prefer the high fat milk for the production of the cheese because high fat milk it produces the soft body, buttery body and greasy textures. Now the fat is also important for the flavor development in the cheese. ये पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। Fat is also influence. It is also important for the flavor development of the production of the preparation of the cheese. During ripening, the lipolysis of fat results in the formation of the fatty acid, which imparts to the cheese its peculiar flavor. During ripening, cheese is lipolysis. In lipolysis means the breakdown of the lipids, in the formation of the fatty acids, which imparts to the cheese and its have the peculiar flavor. So now the physical and chemical nature of the milk fat also plays a significant role in the cheese making. Fat is incorporated in the casein matrix, and this incorporation of fat is dependent on the size of the fat globule and its composition. So the milk fat is highly important. Why it is important? Because the milk fat is dependent on the size of the fat globule and its composition. If the smaller size globules are easy to incorporate in curd than the larger ones, milk fat with a high melting point is better incorporated in the curd. So the milk used for cheese making must be uniform quality in terms of its milk, its fat, and casein content. So it is always reasonable and to all milk supply prior to the sterilization to the definite casein fat ratio. कि जो स्टेरलाइजेशन हम लोग करते हैं ड्यूरिंग फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द चीज, उस केसेस में क्या होता है, एक ये केजिन और फैट रेशियो होता है, ये बैलेंस करना होता है। इट इज इन केस ऑफ द चेडार चीज, इट इज its casein fat ratio is 0.67 to 0.78. Means if we prepare the cheddar cheese, then the standardization of the casein of the fat ratio is between the 0.67 to 0.72. Now the third component, that is the milk salt. We know that the protein casein is related to the calcium, magnesium, phosphate. So the milk salt is also important for the preparation of the cheese. Milk salt, we know that milk salt is normally known as the ash. So the ash contains a large proportion of the metallic and non-metallic components. In metallic components, the ash content in milk, that is potassium, sodium, calcium, zinc, chromium, and nickel, and the non-metallic elements such as the sulfur, chlorine, phosphorus, iodine. So the salt in milk, which are of primary importance of the cheese making process, are calcium and magnesium salts of the phosphoric and citric acid. So the calcium makes the casein complex with the phosphates. जो casein complex होता है, it is associated with the calcium and phosphate. Calcium content of milk greatly influence rennet coagulation time, strength of the clotting, and body and texture of the cheese. So, in minerals, calcium it plays the important role for in the processing of the rennet coagulation time, RCT, strength of the clotting, body and texture also. Now the quality of the calcium affects the size of the casein aggregations. More calcium content in milk leads to increased micelle size of the casein. So the variation in the concentration of calcium as well as the magnesium, phosphate, citrate and sodium has the direct influence the rennet coagulation time of the milk. And the high soluble phosphates, citrates and sodium and low soluble calcium and magnesium and the low proportion of casein bonds the calcium has been found to give slow coagulation of the milk by the rennet. These are the conditions. Now the qualitative factors. There are some factors which are related to the qualitative factors. So the chemical quality of milk which affects the cheese quality falls into the three main groups. That is the quality that inhibits the starter growth, quality that affects the coagulation time, quality that produces the tent or gas hole for the preparation of the cheese. We know that the cheese, the starter is the heart of the cheese. A starter is said to the 90% of the importance for the cheese making because cheese is the heart. A starter is the heart of the cheese. And this statement emphasizes important for the starter of the cheese. And in last sentence, so therefore the milk used for the cheese must be free from the inhibitory substances of physiological origin, preservatives and antioxidants. It means कि जब हम चीज प्रिपेयर करते हैं उस केसेस में प्रिजर्वेटिव्स और एंटीबायोटिक्स नहीं होना चाहिए, उस मिल्क में पर्टिकुलर मिल्क में नहीं होना चाहिए बिकॉज अगर प्रिजर्वेटिव्स और एंटीबायोटिक्स वाले मिल्क हम यूज करेंगे तो इस केसेस में क्या होगा कि जो रेनेट हम लोग डालते हैं, जो स्टार्टर रैपनिंग होती है, स्टार्टर हम लोग ऐड करते हैं तो सो देयर आर द चांसेस फॉर द फेल्योर और फेल्योर होने के चांसेस होते हैं. In cheese making, one of the most important factors in the time taken for the coagulation of milk with the rennet. So the mixing of the milk, colostrum and late lactation milk have adversely affect the coagulation. अगर हम लोग मिक्स करके भी यूज करेंगे मिल्क का, जैसे मेस्टिटिस मिल्क, कोलेस्ट्रम और लेट लैक्टेशन, it also adversely affect the coagulation time. So therefore milk must be free from the colostrum, free from the mastitis milk, free from the late lactation milk. Now what are the effect of the mastitis milk? अगर हम लोग mastitic milk यूज करते हैं for the preparation of cheese, तो उस केसेस में क्या इफेक्ट होता है? We know that the mastitis milk is high in the serum albumin and high in the sodium and chloride content. जो mastitic milk होते हैं वो मिल्क में high content in the serum albumin and high content of the sodium and chloride content. But it has low in fat, low in casein, low in lactose, low in phosphate, low in phosphorus and calcium content that the normal milk. नॉर्मल मिल्क के रिस्पेक्ट में ये कम होता है. सिंस इट इज लो इन द केजीन, इट प्रोड्यूसेस लो यील्ड एंड मॉइस्ट चीज. अगर हम लोग मैस्टिटिस मिल्क वाले मिल्क यूज करेंगे फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द चीज, सो देयर आर द चांसेस फॉर द प्रोडक्शन, इट हैज द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द लो यील्ड एंड इट हैज द मॉइस्ट कंटेंट, मॉइस्ट चीज. सो we avoid for the mastitis milk for the preparation of the cheese. It has high concentration of the immunoglobulin. क्योंकि mastitis milk में it has the high concentration of immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin ज़्यादा होता है. It also contains the several enzymes like catalase, proteinase, protease, peptone, and leukocytes. It also contains the higher concentration of the leukocytes. And mastitis milk, it also contains the short chain fatty acids. So the lipolysis in milk increases with the initial count, but the later decrease with the high cells count. So the mastitis milk has changed the casein composition like less beta casein. So we avoid making for the cheese. We avoid the mastitis milk. Mastitis milk has the change casein composition like less beta casein or kappa casein, and its presence of the para kappa casein in comparison is a good project. And now what are the effects of the late lactation milk? We know that the late lactation milk, it resembles the subclinical mastitis like biochemically. It is slightly alkaline. These are the properties of the late lactation milk. It is slightly alkaline, high in albumin, high in chloride, and low in the casein, lactose, and calcium. And it also affects on the coagulation of milk with the rennet is similar to that of the mastitis milk. This type से mastitis milk problem करता है for the preparation of cheese. Similarly, late lactation milk will also plays the negative role for the preparation of the cheese. And now what are the effects of the colostrum? We know that what is colostrum? Colostrum is different from the normal milk. Normal milk, we can receive the normal milk after the 15 days from the partition, so that it is very rich in the protein. जो colostrum होते हैं, it is rich in the protein, vitamin A and sodium chloride, but it contains the lower amounts of the carbohydrate, lipid and potassium than the normal milk. It contains many antimicrobial substances like lactoferrin and lactoperoxidase. जो कोलेस्ट्रम होते हैं, it contains the high proportion of the lactoferrin and LP, lactoperoxidase. So it inhibits the starter culture for the preparation of the cheese. Last part, the natural inhibitory substance and antibiotics residues. पहले भी डिस्कस हो चुका है. जो एंटीबायोटिक्स मिल्क अगर हम लोग यूज करते हैं, जो एंटीबायोटिक रेसिड्यूज अगर मिल्क में होता है, तो जो स्टार्टर जो रैपनिंग होता है उसके रेट को बहुत घटाता है और कोगुलेशन नहीं होने देता. सो द नेचुरल इन टर्म्स ऑफ द नेचुरल इनहिबिटरी सब्सटेंसेस एंड एंटीबायोटिक रेसिड्यूज इन मिल्क. Now the raw milk contains a number of the natural inhibitory systems such as the immunoglobulin, lactoferrin, lysozyme, and the LP system, lactoperoxidase system. We know that the raw milk contains a number of the natural inhibitory substances such as the immunoglobulin, lactoferrin, lysozyme, and lactoperoxidase system. Now the presence of the such inhibitory systems in milk can be influenced the cheese making properties. अगर ये inhibitory substances होगा, तो it influence the properties of the cheese, particularly from the growth, starter growth, and acid development. Other than these natural inhibitors, some antibiotics may also gain entry to milk as a result of the medical treatment of the animals of various diseases. एंटीबायोटिक्स कहाँ से मिलता है? जब कोई मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट हम एनिमल को देते हैं. So the presence of the any types of antibiotics, it gains effect acid development and may also cause the starter failure. जो हम डिस्कस कर चुके थे. अगर एंटीबायोटिक्स होता है, उस केस में क्या होता है? There are the chances for the failure of the starter culture. So it has the various defects like the high moisture in cheese, early and late blooming. These are the problem. These are the defects of the cheese: high moisture in cheese, early and late blooming, weak and pasty body, cracked open texture, and sponginess. So these are the conditions. These are the conditions for the use, use the natural inhibitory substances for the preparation. Natural inhibitory substances and antibiotics residue used in milk for the preparation of the cheese. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.